It should be you just about to see a pretty big reversal. We know we've had some FUD around Shibarium, but what is going on with SHIB burn rates, the Shibarium testnet, and a price reversal could all be on the list for this week. We'll break it down in this video, but be sure to subscribe to the channel, keep up to date with everything going on, and let's get into it. So current price 10.91. So you'll see that we didn't get a move with SHIB like we've seen with the rest of the market. Now, it is pointing to say that the altcoins haven't started to move, particularly as Bitcoin still feels quite volatile, quite fragile above that 28k mark, but alts feel like they could come in the next couple of days. As Bitcoin levels off, we could definitely start to see both DeFi and altcoins start to move. Currently a $6.4 billion market cap, volume 238 million, down 30% on the day. We'll look at the technicals in just a second, but ultimately we are seeing the burn rate of SHIB start to increase nearly 9,000%, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. It says since last morning they had got rid of a whopping 925 million SHIB tokens, sending all of this crypto to the Inferno address from where not a single coin can be withdrawn and spent. So a pretty big number, nearly a billion Shiba Inu burnt. Now you've got to understand there's still a huge amount of Shiba Inu to get through. If you take a look here on the circulating supply, we are at 589 trillion Shiba Inu tokens to get rid of. However, the continuation of burns, the increase of traffic on the Shibarium network once everything is up and running, is ultimately about burning the SHIB tokens. The last 24 hours, the second most popular meme coin, SHIB, has managed to push its price up 6.12% and is now trending at 11.26. This was done a little bit earlier. Earlier this week, large amounts of SHIB have been burnt to making up around 2 billion in the past week. And we know that whales are continually holding as well because they are ready for what's coming. Well, what is coming? What's all the latest with Shibarium as well as a number of other parts? Well, if we go over to here, it says addressing the Shiba Inu FUDs. Now we know that the Shibarium puppynet launched and that basically people thought the code had come from elsewhere. It says there was some disagreement in the Shiba Inu community earlier the week after the debut of the Shibarium. One of the community members noticed that the layer 2 network was using the chain ID for an unrelated project. Due to the lack of prompt action, these worries had a detrimental effect on the price movement of SHIB and Bone, and ultimately Bone seems to have really struggled. Now the big test here is, what does that mean for people using the network? You've got to understand Shibarium is competing in this layer 2 Ethereum protocol, and there's a number of other chains out there, Casper, Polygon Matic. There's a number of other layer 2s that are really starting to come out. Why are people going to use Shibarium? And ultimately, we never seem to get this right in crypto. Whenever there is FUD, we want to head straight to the issue and fix it, and ultimately any delays tend to impact what people believe. But it says, on the main, Shiba Inu developers addressed the confusion with the chain ID when the worries were raised and the accompanying fear, uncertainty and doubt set in. Carl Diarra said in a tweet that the chains chosen for the Alpha Network rollout were randomly chosen. According to him, the chains were not reviewed before final deployment, but were not registered to any projects that were selected. So ultimately they have fixed it. Ultimately it's okay. Again, it's a dent, it's a chink in the armor, it's a bump in the road, but a pretty big bump right now. So the scan of the layer 2 testnet with Puppy Scan showed that activities had ramped up with an average block time of 5 seconds as of writing, and it had generated over 400,000. Also, it had already performed more than 2,500 transactions, had more than 2,500 wallets registered on the network. So it is growing. Now, interestingly, we can actually see that. If we head on over to the Shibarium webpage, we can click join Shibarium and discover the Shibarium beta. And here is exactly what we're talking about. The Shibarium network, albeit, like I said, the early part and the testing of it. So you can see validators here running through. Again, it's still in its early stages. It's still yet to really fulfill out. But at the same time, positive news around seeing wallets come to it. 2,500 wallets, 2,500 transactions is a positive movement. Now, really crazy that we're not seeing the price move. So we just moved into a new day here. You can see this bearish trend right now, and equally the 9-day EMA well under the 20-day. Now we could be about to see a reversal. You see down here at the bottom of the screen, the MACD is about to turn bullish. So is this what we are expecting. Could we see Shibarium and therefore Shiba Inu start to move in the upward trend? We need to see a nice green candle could send us and change this trend. At the minute we've had the downtrend, the consolidation sideways. We could even start to see it move quite nicely to the upside. Certainly as we kind of go throughout this week, we could potentially see this cross and then head on up here, which would be a fantastic move for Shiba Inu. Ultimately, is SHIB heading to $1? You know, you've got to put the clickbait in, it's important. But with a total of 589 trillion tokens in circulation and the price at 401, Shiba Inu currently has an overall market cap of 6 billion. If it was to get to $1, I hear you all telling me 589 trillion. We understand that is not realistic. However, here's the thing. Could it get to $1? Yes. Is it going to take a long period of time? Yes. If we get big network usage, big transactions, lots of users, and ultimately a reason why people would use Shibarium over any other layer 2, well, then we could absolutely start to see this move up. $1 is theoretically possible. It's going to take some time, but whenever we are seeing adoption like we are, and remember when we start to move into things like bull markets and certainly positive market sentiment like we've seen in the last few days, for example, Bitcoin has had over 100,000 new wallets added to it in the last few days as the price markets start to move up and the issues with the banks continue. So Shiba Inu, for me, well placed. I'd really like to see a movement up in the price. I'd really like to see Shibarium land and all of this nonsense and FUD out there get put to bed and really start to see what the Shibarium layer 2 can really perform. As ever though, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of the Shibarium layer 2? Are you going to be using that, or do you prefer another layer 2? I'm really interested to know what you guys think. And as ever, if you like this content, do be sure to like the video. It does support the channel. Also leave a comment, like I said. And if you want to get some more Shiba Inu content, be sure to subscribe, turn the notification bell on, all of that good stuff. We're every single day, and we appreciate you being here. As ever, thanks so much. I'll see you in the next one.